Hey YouTube! Today we're going to be making a very simple salsa. I wanted to thank you for taking the time to check out my channel, for clicking on this video, and if you like what you see, go ahead and give a like to it, comment if you want to. Thank you very much. Okay, today we're going to be using two different knives. We're going to be using this chef's knife here, which we've seen before, and we're going to be using this all-purpose boning knife. We're going to be using it like a paring knife today though. But first, we're going to take our knives to this butcher steel here. We're going to come across like this. We're not going to go down like that, or we're not going to do this. We're going to come across the blade like that. You're aligning the microscopic burrs that are on the blade. You're not sharpening the blade, you're honing the blade, which means straightening those burrs out. Because there's they need to be like straight up and down like this. They get bent like that. So we need to put them back like this so they can be nice and sharp. We're going to take this knife to the steel as well. We're going to go a little bit quicker. But we're going to pull straight across. Get the whole blade in there. Okay. Now that we've steeled our knives, we're going to start cutting up some tomatoes. This is a very simple salsa. I'm just using 3 tomatoes on the vine here. I'm using 1 can of spicy tomato sauce. If you don't know about this, get some of it. It's a great addition to cooking meats. You can make a salsa out of it. You can do a whole bunch of different things with it. Add it to soup. It's great. And of course, cilantro. That's it. No onion today, no garlic. Very simple. So we're going to start by getting these tomatoes cut up. Okay, we're going to take our tomatoes off the vine. Ooh, that one just fell off, didn't it? These tomatoes are fairly ripe, so they'd be good for salsa. If I was making pico de gallo, I'd want them a little more firm because they are going to break down at that point. But here, kind of want them soft. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to core these tomatoes. Taking this core out of them here. They are pretty soft. Ooh, look at that. That's a little core. And we're going to core a 3rd tomato here. We're using 3 tomatoes, about a half a bunch of cilantro, and that spicy tomato sauce here. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to slice this tomato like this. Gonna do this one kind of chunky. Slicing them like that. Now we're gonna dice our tomatoes. So we're gonna come through like that. Really soft tomato. Good. I want that juice. Come across here with the slice like this. And then dice it up. We're going to hold the knife right here. Right at the bottom here. So your hand can act as a fulcrum. And it can be like an extension of your hand. You can balance that knife. Alright, we've diced our last tomato here. Get this stuff into the bowl, that tomato into our bowl here. Looks good. Nice and colorful. Now we're going to take our bunch of cilantro here. Very fresh. Probably do about a little over 1/4. I use these tops for salsas and pico de gallos and topping tacos and things like that. I might even freeze this and use it at a later date for something else, cooking meats, soup. It's great flavor in this stem. Don't throw it away. Alright, now that we've got our cilantro, we're just going to chop up our cilantro. Cilantro can be used in Mexican, Latin style cooking, Southeast Asian style cooking, Thai, Vietnamese. Okay, so we've chopped up our cilantro as much as I want it chopped up here. We're going to take our bowl, get our cilantro into our bowl. Boom. We're going to take this bowl of tomatoes and cilantro here. Go ahead and pour in that whole can of spicy tomato sauce. It's a jalapeno tomato sauce. This should be fairly spicy, but not too over the top. We're going to add a little bit of salt. Teaspoon of salt there or so, half a teaspoon. And probably a quarter teaspoon or a nice little sprinkling of garlic powder. I would say maybe even an eighth of a teaspoon. A little sprinkling of garlic powder, a little bit of salt. We're going to stir this together. And we're going to let that sit. Okay, and our simple salsa is done. Take a look at this. We have just 3 ingredients in the bowl here, plus a little salt and garlic powder. So if you want to get nitpicky, that's 5 ingredients. Very simple. And don't discount that can. That can is good. Not all cans are good, but that can is good. That is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed our video of making a very simple salsa. Until next time, keep cooking.